How would you like to use the same productivity strategy as billionaires, including some of the sharks on Shark Tank? That's what we are going to cover in today's video. And if you like videos like this, don't forget to subscribe. Hey everybody, my name is Dan Henry and welcome to the channel. Today, I'm going to be covering the ABC method of productivity. This method is used by high-level entrepreneurs, it's used by billionaires, and it's even used by the sharks on Shark Tank. Barbara, specifically, I remember watching an interview where she was talking about the ABC method of productivity. So let me go ahead and explain how it works. When you have tasks to do, they generally will have a scale or a spectrum of importance. There'll be some tasks that are more important and some tasks that are less important. When you don't structure those tasks by importance, things get messy. It's hard to be productive. And so when you use the ABC method, what you're doing is you're categorizing A-level tasks as being super important. They have to get done. B-level tasks are beneficial to get done, but they can wait if necessary. And C-level tasks are things that don't necessarily need to get done, but they are nice if you do. And how this works is, as you move through your weeks, you get the A-level stuff done as a first priority, and you do the B and C levels when you can. When you come to the end of your week or your day and you don't have the B and C all the B and C level stuff done, you simply move it over to the next day or week and you just continue on. And when you follow that method, you'll find that you're a lot more productive. And when I started implementing this method a long time ago, I became massively more productive. And I also implemented another form of productivity, and I can maybe dive into this a little bit more in another video, but the concept of planning tomorrow today. What that means is the night before you go to bed, you write down everything that you have to do the next day. And then in the morning, you don't got to think about what you got to do for the day. You just open up, or you take your sheet or your book or whatever it is you wrote it in, and you start checking things off the list. Now, I started doing this a long time ago. Along with several other little productivity hacks and task planning hacks. But the two main things were planning my week with the ABC structure and planning my days with the Plan Tomorrow Today structure, where you write down everything the night before and you check it off the next day. It became so effective for me that I started buying blank notebooks and writing all of this out, as well as some other little tweaks that I did. And eventually I got to the point where I basically made my own productivity planner. And I started showing this planner to some friends of mine and some employees, and they really, really loved it. So I thought, well, I've got some money to kick around. I'm really sick and tired of writing this out every day. Why don't I get some custom planners printed for myself? So that's what I did. I had some custom planners printed and sent them to myself. And I was like, wow, this is great. I don't have to write this all out. I can just do it and keep track. And then I gave some of those to some friends, and we had little demos printed up, gave them to my employees. They loved it. They said, this is insane. I've never been so productive. And that's when I had an idea. I was like, wait a second. What am I doing? This is an amazing product, just poised and ready to be given to the world. And so I decided that I was going to start a new company, and I was going to take my personal approach to productivity and share it with the world. And so I created a brand new company called Plan Tomorrow, and I am now releasing the Plan Tomorrow Daily Planner. This is my secret weapon to productivity. And it follows not just what I mentioned in this video, but some other cool hacks to being massively productive. Let me show you how it works. So when we open up this planner, we can see that we have, and I'll just switch over here to the second week where I don't have anything written. We have, I actually have stuff written. We have our ABC level of productivity right here. This is where I plan the week. A, absolute tasks, B, beneficial tasks, C, tasks that can wait. And then as I move through the day, I have my work focus. Again, the night before, I write down everything I have to do for work the next day and everything I have to do personally the next day. And then whatever I don't get done, I simply, that night, carry over to the next day. And as I move through the week, I carry these tasks over until I complete the major weekly tasks that I have scheduled for my week, depending on A, B, and C levels of productivity. As well, in this planner, I wanted to make sure that I had some additional things that allowed me to be productive. So when we made this planner to be released to the public, we put in over 90 productivity techniques on each and every page. Actually, let me show you one of my favorites. It's the first one in here, and it is, this is a great one, wear headphones. So people tend to not bother others while they are wearing headphones. Even if you aren't listening to anything, wearing headphones will discourage people from interrupting you. I actually use that all the time. It's great. So in the planner, you have your work and personal focus. And keep in mind, most planners to me are ultra complicated. It takes an astrophysics degree to frickin' use them. I don't like that. I like simple. Simple, minimalist, clean is better. And so we have work focus, personal focus, simple. Plan tomorrow, today. We have a notes section to write down your thoughts for the day. We have a daily reflection where you can talk about a major thing you learned or something that you're grateful for. And we have our productivity tip of the day, as well as an inspirational quote from a famous entrepreneur or just a well-known person who's achieved something in society that has some great advice to share. And what's also great is, as I move to the end of the week, when you start your next week, you have some more awesome quotes like this one from Steve Jobs. If you look really closely, overnight success took a really long time. Now, this is really cool. This is a weekly accomplishments page. This is where you can, and I did this in my personal planner. I wrote down all the stuff that worked or didn't work that week so I could go back and figure out what was working and what didn't. But I also knew that I had to have a way to track my productivity. So right here, we have a section called the Weekly Productivity Score. On a scale of 1 to 10, how productive were you last week? So you circle on a scale of 1 to 10 how productive you were. And as you get to the end of the planner, you keep doing this, okay? Now here's what happens. At the end of the planner, you're able to add up all the scores for the entire 90 days, the entire 13 weeks. You put in your total productivity score here. And then you divide that by 13, and that gives you your average productivity score. So what you can do is you can look at the score of each week, and you can say, wow, I had a much better score this week. So you go back, and you look at the weekly reflections, and you say, ooh, I did that differently this week. I did that differently. And it allows you to get better and better at your productivity as well. When you complete the planner and you go to get or reorder your next one, you can keep these planners on track and look at all that data and just put them in a storage bin, whatever you want. And every once in a while, go back and look at which quarter you were most productive in and learn from that. And so that right there is my Plan Tomorrow daily planner. I'm very proud of this. It's my first, well, besides my book, it's my first physical product. And it's a passion product for me because this planner changed my life and changed how productive I was. And when I decided to put this into a product that I could release to the public, it made me very proud. And I really believe that it's going to make a huge impact in your life because it made one in my life. And what I'm going to do for all my YouTube subscribers is if you grab a copy of this planner now, and this is a limited time special, if you grab a copy of this planner now, you will get a free productivity class included that's going to share some of my best kept secrets to being massively productive. And I want you to keep in mind that I did not go cheap on this. This is a nice, thick, solid planner. I don't do anything that is low quality or cheap. So this planner, while it's not the cheapest planner out there, it is going to be a lot better than your average little cheap planner that you would buy at Walmart. And it's based on 8 figures worth of productivity hacks. So one thing that a good friend of mine said to me, Mr. Myron Golden said to me, if you're the cheapest, no one expects you to be the best. And if you're the best, no one expects you to be the cheapest. And that's why I decided to make a quality product here that I'm very proud of. And I just can't wait to share it with you. So I'll leave a link in the description where you can grab one of these. And if you act now, you can get a free productivity class included with the planner. I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you would like to learn more about productivity, mindset, and things like that, let me know in the comments and I'll start making more videos like this. I'll see you in the next video. And don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss it.